what the start of the March for the Dream is looking like, and you can see the band here off to my right and the whole crowd of people following behind them. We're talking thousands of people from our community that came together from different backgrounds, different walks of life, all to celebrate and honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Take a look at these two charred vehicles completely destroyed by the mosquito fire, and if you move on over this way to our right, you can see this is one of the homes that got the brunt of the fire. One of the only things left standing is that bike.
Esa orden que tenía Gabriel Quintanilla era sobre otro incidente que pasó hace unos años y involucraba también a una menor, pero no a la misma menor involucrada en este caso. A turn of events here, Sincere. I want you to take a look here behind me at the scene over on 26th and the Norte Avenue. You can see the Sacramento County Sheriff's detectives. There's still some of them here on scene. Part of this street is still closed off, and that is because an adult male was found dead inside of that house fire. Now, what we learned just about an hour ago is that that man actually had suffered a gunshot wound in the chest area. I do want to show you guys something that we've seen develop here in the last hour. If you look here behind me, you see the semis, and that's nothing different than what we've seen. But if we pan the camera to the left, you see that big line of trucks and cars off to the side. We've just heard CHP and authorities kind of put over the radio system, hey, you're not supposed to be on the shoulder there. You're supposed to keep that area clear, and that's the exit here in Applegate. So that's a new development, something that people are doing that they're not supposed to be doing. They're not supposed to stop on that area. So that is something new to report to you this hour. Now, I want to get to the truck drivers who've been here for some of them 60 plus hours. A pair that we spoke with yesterday, I checked back in with them this morning, and they tell me, you know, they're down to their last 2 apples. They had some more fruit, but they were sharing it with the truck driver in front of them because they didn't have as much food. And this is how they are rationing the little bit of food they have left. Take a listen.
We have little bit only bread and milk, you know. What we have in the fridge, so almost is finished.
Aunque se está observando un aumento en el número de casos y hospitalizaciones, los funcionarios de salud no creen que las cifras llegarán al nivel de hace 6 meses. Y eso, gracias a la vacuna. Right behind me, you can see hundreds of nurses here rallying. They're on their way to the state capitol. And to talk to me a little bit about why they are doing this, I'm going to bring in Andrea Muir. She's going to walk with me this way. Why are you guys out here today?
Well, we are wanting legislation to help the nursing profession be sustainable.
Eric, just a few hours ago, I sat in on a youth group discussion of about 15 girls. And even though most of them can't even vote yet, they say today's decision already has them worried about their community.
I want you guys to think about how that impacts our community, meaning the Black community, directly.
Following today's Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, tough conversations are already happening among young women of color.
Rape statistics for Black women are higher, and we're also in poverty more, so that would make it so we're not able to support our children if we are forced to have them.
A group of about 15 young girls spoke openly about the mental health challenges the Black community will now face.
Some people can be very depressive. I have this kid, I don't know what to do. There's a lot of scared moments, and people can be traumatized, and I feel like that's traumatizing, especially to the Black community.
A 2021 University of Colorado Boulder study found that if Roe v. Wade was overturned, pregnancy-related deaths would increase 7% among all women in the first year. But Black women would see a 12% increase in pregnancy-related deaths in the first year alone, and a 33% increase in subsequent years, the highest of any ethnic group.
Even if you have said resources, your chances of dying as a Black woman during birth are still higher because doctors don't believe you feel pain. Like, they don't believe you when you say, I can't breathe, or my head hurts. Like, that is how Black women literally die giving birth.
Green doesn't believe overturning Roe v. Wade will stop women of color or those with little means from getting an abortion.
It's just gonna make it more unsafe, and more women are gonna die seeking these different things in back alleys.
The group also worried about the effects today's ruling could have on the kids born to women of color who live in states where abortion isn't an option.
Putting the children in harm's way of abuse, depression as well.
These young teenage girls still grappling with how this will affect women across the nation.
It also makes you feel like you're kind of like a passenger on your own life, like you're not able to pilot your own life, and like you have somebody else running it. It's like a weird feeling, very not okay.
And Eric, you can tell from what these young girls said, there's a feeling of hopelessness. You know, they have no control over what happened today, and now this is the America they will grow up in. Reporting live from the state capitol,
Monica de Anda, Fox 40 News. We're at the command post for the Oak Fire, and this fire just keeps on getting bigger and bigger. Now, right now, firefighters are battling, trying to get control of it. However, the scars of this fire are already visible. The damage evident as the Oak Fire rages on.
The fire is burning. It started yesterday at 2:10 p.m. Grew rapidly. Extreme conditions out here, super dry, hot.
This rapid spreading wildfire destroying anything in its path. Along Triangle Road, a chimney, all that's left of this home. And just down the road, 2 charred cars sit in this now empty plot of land. This home, one of the lucky ones, but you can see just how close the fire was at one point.
We can confirm that 10 structures have been lost. I'm not sure if those are all homes or just buildings.
Take a look. There's a group of firefighters here behind me. They're putting out some flames right now, monitoring this area, trying to keep the flames from moving this way towards a home that's here sitting in this area off Triangle Road. You can also see there's fire engines, everyone doing their best to try and keep any more homes from being destroyed.
The attack also coming from the air, but the hot, dry conditions isn't helping.
And the exceptional drought that we're in right now is just really got a grip on our national forests. It really is a perfect storm of conditions.
Tonight, the firefight continues in Mariposa County as local, state, and federal partners work together to gain the upper hand.
Eric, we were told that there are about 400 firefighters battling this fire, but more resources are on the way as this fire isn't showing signs of slowing up.
Inside this classroom, fingers move with precision. The sound coming from these young musicians. Welcome to Cesar Chavez High School's Advanced Mariachi class.
The only reason I came to the school was because of music, due to the music program that I had here.
The opportunity to join Mariachi Chavez and learn from Mariachi director Luis Tito Talamantes is one these students dreamed of.
He challenges you a lot and he pushes you to your limits, and it really it makes you become better.
So check it out, try it. Reboso. You see that? See where it goes?
Talamantes first picked up an instrument at age 10 and went on to be a founding member of Mariachi Chavez in 2005.
I decided then during my high school years that I was going to be a music teacher.
But not before joining the music industry. Talamantes was a professional musician from 2010 to 2014. At the end of that year, he officially took over the mariachi program at Cesar Chavez High School.
I mean, it's pretty wild to think that, I was once a student, now I'm going through the program and I'm, helping kids get through the program.
He looks at what you're struggling on and he gives you tips, he gives you points of view, and he just encourages you.
Under Talamantes, Mariachi Chavez has been invited to play at the State Assembly, the Kennedy Center of Performing Arts in Washington, D.C., and even the White House. This on top of performing hundreds of times and even recording a music video.
What's even more satisfying, more fulfilling, is that a lot of students that I've had come through the program are now music teachers themselves and teaching mariachi out in the community.
Inspiring the next generation of musicians.
Okay, take it again. Right where the verso comes in.
While encouraging them to embrace mariachi music.
It really allowed me to connect to my culture.
It feels good. I feel proud. I'm wow, I never imagined that I'd be doing something like this. It's really it feels really good.
The minute you put an instrument in a child's hand, they are the musician. So it's an identity a sense of identity that a child gets immediately, and that's something that I had the opportunity to receive. So I'm passionate about teaching music in general, just to perpetuate the opportunities that were given to me through music.
Empowering students through music, one note at a time. In Stockton, covering local news that matters this Hispanic Heritage Month, Monica de Anda, Fox 40 News.
Nearly 200 Stockton City workers are in their second day of a 3-day strike this morning. This includes those who handle the city's wastewater, traffic lights, maintenance for streets, sidewalks, and law enforcement vehicles. People in Placer County learning more about the possible placement of a sexually violent predator in their community. The city of Sacramento has released its watering schedule for the remainder of fall and winter. All right, so listen carefully. Watering is only allowed once a week on either Saturday or Sundays at any time. No watering is allowed during the week. There are several exceptions, such as homes with drip irrigation or those watering with a hose and spray nozzle. This past week, Sacramento County Sheriff Jim Cooper has voiced his frustration over what he perceives to be a lack of cooperation from retailers to crack down on criminals. Sheriff Cooper sent out an open letter accusing the California Retailers Association of, quote, several misleading and inconsistent statements regarding a ballot initiative to address retail theft. Want to get over to that breaking news we told you about at the top of the show. You can see those fire trucks that are there working a house fire over on 26th Avenue. Right now, we know that one person was pulled from the fire. No word on their condition. You can see now a closer look at that home. No active flames coming out of there or smoke that we can see from here. But we do have Claudette Stefanian on the way there. She will give us a live report coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. Melanie isn't too excited, but I am, okay, because we're talking about fast food chain McDonald's. They're saying the McRib will be back. Woohoo! At select locations for a limited time in November. Let's go. Last year, McDonald's announced the McRib would be permanently discontinued, but they now say many fans were not ready to give it up. I sure was not. So the McRib originally debuted in Kansas City in 1981 and was created by the same executive chef of McDonald's who created the McNugget, and I think that's why I love McNuggets.
That's what explains it.
I love the McRib. I'm going for it. As soon as it's back, I'm there.